Hey guys, Shane with Under the Bridge Collectible Cards. I'm back to do another deck tech, and I'm going to do something a little different with you guys today, a different type of deck that I have. Normally you see me doing the reds and the greens and all that kind of stuff, and I have a lot more than that. But today we're doing Elminster. This is my Elminster deck. I built this back with the Dungeons and Dragons set came out, and I really like this guy. Obviously it's a scry deck. And basically, I'm scrying to reduce the cost of my next instant or sorcery. And so this deck is built in a way that it's not... The win conditions are a little different for me. I don't win with combat damage, which I normally like to do, or some form of that. So this deck is built on... Either I can do a bunch of tokens and exile big spells, and make the 1/1 fairy dragons, but a lot of the time I either try and win with an approach of the second sun line or a take another turn line. So we're gonna start like always with the ramp for this deck. We've got Arcane Signet, Pearl Medallion, Felwar Stone, Sol Ring, Thought Vessel, Smothering Tithe, Talisman of Progress, the Might Stone and the Weak Stone. That is in there because I do run the Urza as well, just for the dream of melding. Probably won't ever happen, but you never know. And a Sapphire Medallion. We're going to go into some of the smaller creatures for the deck. Fairy Seer, which scries. Displacer Kitten, helps with different little combos, obviously, blinking. There's Urza for reduction, as well as, if it ever happens, with the Might and Meek Stone. Chrome Host mostly for blockers to protect Elminster. Alchemist, loved this card when it came out. Thought it would be bigger than it is. Still think it will be. Just a great card. Love Wizards of Thay. Allows me to cast them less, and they all have flash, my spells. Overwhelmed Apprentice, Cheap Scry. Charming Prince, Blink, Cheap Scry. Esper Sentinel. For obvious reasons. So... I guess we'll go into... I have a couple Planeswalkers in the deck, not many, but I have the Small Teferi, can lock people out, allow me to cast sorceries at instant, and Jace. Jace is there strictly for the scry, probably will pull him out eventually. He was an experiment and I forgot about him. And now we go into some of the heart of the spells that I love. 4C with scry, Deliberate has a scry, Mystic Speculation, when I scry enough, the 3 is simple to pay, and I can keep buying it back as long as I have enough blue. That allows me to get right back to... I can cast Approach of the Second Sun and get right back to Approach late in the game. Ugin's Insight. Season of the Burrow. Versatile. Make some blockers. Do this. I can also exile it off the top and make 5 1/1 Flying Dragons with Elminster. Lots of good stuff. Precognitive Perception. Seagate Restoration, love this card, massive, huge, done so many good things with that one. Preordain, Solve the Equation, the Puzzle Ward, Epiphany, Contact the Other Plane, Dig Through Time, Consecrated Sphinx, Season of Weaving, versatile again, and Serum Visions. Going over into Coveted Jewel, love this card. This card's unbelievable. With Displacer Kitten, crazy things you can do with it. Sensei's Divining Top, manipulate the top of my library, all that kind of good stuff. And always blue, Windfall, great card. We've got plenty of protection in this deck. Silence, Mana Drain, Offer You Can't Refuse, Dovin's Veto, Flare Denial, Counterspell. Path to Exile, Pongify, Swords Plowshares, Reality Shift, Rapid Hybridization. We need protection. Elminster will die when they see what you're doing. Big flashy spells. Amira's Call can be exiled for 8 1/1s, or I can cast it using my scry to make the angels. Elminster Simulacrum, very flavorful. Love the card. Can be good to take everyone's commander or best creature. Maybe the best 50-cent dollar card, especially when you can cast it for 4 or 5 total. And yeah, it's just, you get to put one of everything on here. It can be big hits. Because I'm manipulating the top, I do have a couple of the Miracle cards in here, which can pay off huge. And then Finale of Glory, I was you know, even if it casts 2 and I have a scry of 4, I can make four of the 2/2 soldiers. I have made 10. I have made the 10 or more as well, so it can be good. Into some more protection for me. Flare Fortitude, Fairy's Protection, important in this deck with Silence to try and close it out. It's a little harder to win in this deck. Cyclonic Rift, Supreme Verdict, Sculpted Sunburst for mass removal. There's the Approach of the Second Sun, different little combo lines with that. It's not easy, but it can be done and it's fun to try. And into my Miracle, Temporal Mastery off the top, Nexus of Fate, keep shuffling it in, and I can scry a lot so I can get to it more than once. And Beacon of Tomorrows before taking extra turns. I had more extra turns in this deck, and it just became, I didn't want to be unfun to play against. Normal islands for land, some normal plains, nothing crazy. And then basically mostly just dual lands, Academy Ruins to get back them, the artifacts, Prairie Stream, Port Town, Irrigated Farmland, Ministera, just all your dual lands, Saffron Void for the scry, and then just your normal dual lands for white, Reliquary Tower, the scry land in case, and just all your normal white and blue duels. Fun deck. I believe the game changer wise, it's close to bracket 4, but it's not really good enough to play in bracket 4. It really is a bracket 3 deck. I haven't counted up the total game changers in it. I will be putting on an Archidec, so I know, but I know there's Cyclonic Rift and Smothering Tithe is 2 for sure. Fairy's Protection is 3. There's probably another one in there that I'm not thinking of at the moment, but it will probably have 4 game changers, which is to put it in bracket 4. But to be honest, it's just a mid 3 to strong 3. It's not strong enough to play with really, really good optimized force. Fun deck, very different from what I usually play. And it's just something that I really enjoyed and wanted to make something totally different. It definitely is control-y. I do sit back and do very little and try and, disappear until I have to do something. But then you start casting big spells for 2 and 3 instead of 7 and 8, and they do figure it out and you draw lots of cards. So eventually you do become the enemy, but the goal is to try and, lay as low as you can and just, have some fun until it's time to do something. Website's going to be in the bio, Under the Bridge collectible cards, Commander staples, Pokemon graded cards, Assorted Sports graded cards, great prices, everything you guys need. And thank you very much again. It's good to be back and doing another deck tech. I got a couple more deck techs to go. I just finished a new deck, which I'll be showing soon. I've got my Mono Black, and I still have my Prosper, which is probably one of my strongest decks, and a few other things. So I will be linking this deck list eventually in Archidec when I get it on there and get it done. And thanks very much. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.